Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas, and today we're here with special guest, improviser and friend, Caity Curtis. Welcome, Caity.
Hello. Hello, Tommy.
And the bell tolls for Tommy, doesn't it? That's our bell of the week.
I can't help but notice you only said hello to Thomas. Hello.
Yeah. I would have.
What's going on, Caity? So good to see you again.
Would have. It's good to see you, and hello, Kevin.
Hi. It's good to see you. Okay. What's new in your life, Caity?
A little bit of trouble in paradise, post-Fringe, it seems. There's a little bit of tension between the old gang. Guess it wasn't as easy that, we'll all keep hanging out after the festival. Sure, I'll see you around. Didn't turn out that way, did it, folks?
Well, I didn't know Kevin was going to be on the podcast today.
Yeah, it's my show.
It's a shocking level of disinterest in the product to not even know that Kevin was in it.
You've done an episode of this before.
I know. I thought you were just like booking it now, and it was mostly Thomas's.
Right.
I
can understand why you would think there might be a way
over.
Yeah, like it's unreasonable that it could have lasted this long with me still attached. I understand that, and in a way, it hasn't.
And yet, right. Also, if you did even 1% less work, the podcast would fold instantly. So in another way, it all depends on you.
It's sort of entirely resting on my shoulders.
Yeah.
It's sort of something my friends do to humor me.
A dialectic.
Yeah. As a fun fact, Thomas, I recently introduced Caity to the phrase Hegelian.
Nice. God, you're so much fun to hang out with. I'm sure she had a blast hearing you fucking half explain what that meant.
He would not stop talking about it. But it was his birthday, so we had to let him talk. Hegelian dialectics or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Dialectics.
Were you
Thomas and I literally wrote a song about it.
We did. In fact, I just listened to that in the car with Kim, and she liked it. She was like, "You guys should sample this and put it on TikTok. It's kind of like Lonely Island core." So
I wonder if it still has legs. I haven't listened to it in a long time. You said
it's
it was
pretty
good?
funny, actually. I do think it's funny. Not all of them hold up, but that one's pretty good. The title is Art is Dumb High All Day, which was our version of a Hegelian dialectic, as I'm sure Katie's heard about for more than an hour already.
It was my birthday. Oh, is someone contacting you, Thomas? Is that who got the text?
That's not me.
That was me.
Katie,
who do you think it is? The one who's wearing headphones or the one who isn't, Kevin? Let's think about this.
Oh yeah, reasonable. Yeah, fair play. Yeah.
Got a lot of business to attend to there, Caity.
It is a message I'm excited to read later.
But not on the pod.
It might not be very interesting for the podcast.
Okay,
but,
all right.
Okay. I'm glad it came through.
Yeah.
Normally, I ask what's going on in their life. What's up with you, Caity?
Oh heck! Well, it's the end of summer. And I go back to university this week, and then
that's crazy.
Wednesday I'm going on tour. So it's kind of a little hectic right now.
Yeah. I feel like we're all feeling the burn, the end of the summer, back to work stress.
We're recording this on September 1st.
Yeah, Labor Day. And yet we're all working.
Putting in that work. Yeah. No, I mean, I understand. It's like the end of August. August is like a big reset month for me, I find. It's like post Fringe, pre Burger Week for me, pre-anniversary for me. So it's a lot. It's also pre-anniversary for you, is it not, T? Didn't you just celebrate your anniversary?
Yes, for one more year, our anniversary is this week, September 4th.
Right.
And then it will change to our wedding date next year, which is exciting.
Yeah, that's assuming. That's assuming you both sort of
we make it.
Make it. Yeah,
because things are, in terms of this knockout match, we're both on the ropes right now, but nobody's counting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it seems like the ref is sort of
hang in there. Sometimes it feels like I'm hugging her more out of exhaustion and to stop the blows from coming in than because I feel any affection towards her. But can't wait to celebrate with everyone. It's a beautiful day.
That's nice, Thomas.
Yeah, that's really, really sweet, dude. I'm so happy for you, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know if I've said that yet, but yeah.
Thank you so much.
What's new with you, man?
What's new with me? So much. I saw a Jackass in theaters this week, which was
like
pretty
the first
fun.
one?
The first Jackass, yes. The original film, Jackass the Movie. And it turns out, I didn't know this, even until I showed up. This is considered a queer film classic. Did you guys know this about Jackass the Movie?
Why?
So there's a festival at the Music Box in Chicago called Rated Q, and technically it's a festival of queer cult and like weird movies. So I thought maybe Jackass fits into one of those other categories. But then before the show, they had a drag king performance where these drag kings dressed up as Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville. And they did Jackass stunts while doing drag, and they were like electrocuting each other's butts, and like they imitated the bull where Johnny Knoxville gets like knocked out by the bull's horns.
What the fuck?
It turns out, I looked it up, that there's this kind of embrace of Jackass because of, it's all these guys like being naked together, wearing G-strings, like very unself-conscious about their bodies. That there was this, at that era, kind of this, there's a lot of like body positivity and acceptance of like homoeroticism in these movies, even though it feels like these are the kind of guys who might be homophobic, but they don't seem self-conscious at all. So the queer community's kind of claimed Jackass.
Huh.
Wow.
That is crazy. I did not know. It was
also so fun to watch in a theater with. It's just like belly laughs. Those movies are so fun to watch with people. I feel like it's the great equalizer in a way. Like everyone, if you're a film snob or you're just like never seen a movie in your life, like you're probably gonna laugh at Jackass. It just kind of brought everyone together in a fun way.
I have to say I'm partial to Denzel Washington though.
Yeah,
I feel like he was a better equalizer.
The equalizer, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're doing a joke.
Kind of.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that's my check-in. Kevin, is this our last recording before you go to Europe?
Yeah.
We have another one.
That's right. We have one more. Yeah, we have one more. So but it's the second last one before I leave for Europe. Actually, Caity and I are going to be doing a show in
Manchester.
Walrus will be happening in Manchester, and we'll be going there. But I'm going to England, I'm going to Ireland, I'm going to Germany. Hitting all the spots, doing all the things. And so we're banking EPs, which is why these check-ins are. But it's the start of Burger Week, so I'm leaving. Kara, despite my protests, decided that our anniversary had to be celebrated on September the 6th regularly, and that's because Burger Week is September 1st to the 7th in Winnipeg. It's like a promotional sort of thing.
So you wanted to sort of, let's nudge the calendar, let's move it a week so we don't have to deal with these two things at the same time.
Yeah. I wanted to just move it to the 8th. I just wanted the 8th. That's all. Yeah. I just want the 8th. And I think
to be
was
fair,
nebulous.
Burgers are what brought you together, right? Like.
Yeah.
Well, she was a vegetarian when we started dating.
Yeah.
I converted her.
Yeah. Burger Week, more like Knees Week when you saw her for the first time.
Whoa.
There it is. Yeah. But anyhow, So it's a busy time for me, but I'm feeling actually quite good and positive about things with work lately because a sign of so it's a long weekend Monday. It's Labor Day, which is typically a very busy day for restaurants like mine. Mm-hmm. And and it's the start of Burger Week. Those two things combined are a recipe for my restaurants to be so busy that I feel like I have to be super hands-on in there. But I have such a good team in place right now that I'm able to step away for long periods of time to be able to do stuff like this, and it feels good, and I'm very happy with the people that we have there. So I'm feeling good, feeling positive. That's just a good positive check-in. It's nothing weird, no kind of silly little. I know, Thomas, you like to come in with your dumb little fucking dick jokes or whatever.
I actually was honoring the queer community with my check-in this week. I don't think there were any bits in it.
You weren't honoring the queer community when you were talking about seeing
proud ally. I didn't see
you're a proud boy.
I'm not a proud boy. Just because I can name cereals while I'm being punched in the arm doesn't make me a proud boy.
You always talk about that on the show.
That's how you joined the group.
Did you know that,
Kaity?
You
can do it, Kaity?
Do I need to know? I want to know?
To join the Proud Boys, you have to name cereals while they're punching you really hard in the arm. That's one of the joining rituals.
Keep hitting you.
You think if someone was walloping your shoulder, you could name cereals in the moment, or would it be too distracting?
Well, I think I could, but that's a bad thing, I guess. That I could do that.
Would prove that you
and
were
that's
racist.
How we know you're a fascist. Yeah. Busted. Yeah.
Why?
Really telling on yourself.
I mean, why is that? Why? Why do they care about cereal?
I'm not sure exactly why.
Do you think there's something to the types of cereal you say? Do you think there's somebody paying attention and being like, if you name too many cartoony ass cereals like Fruit Loops and Count Chocula and all that stuff,
I think if you name soy cereals like the healthy kind, they Weetabix probably don't respect that shit at all.
Yeah. You're like shredded wheat without the frosting. They're like, what? Yeah. They're like, I'm mad at you.
Wow.
That's disgusting. Bran flakes, they get Proud Boys.
What is your guys' least good cereal that you enjoy? Mine I would say Life is like basic Life cereal is the one that I'm like, I actually eat some pretty oaty stuff on a regular basis, but cereal wise, Life is pretty bland and tasteless. And you got to remember, I eat my cereal dry.
Life actually.
Yeah.
I straight up love Life.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite cereals is Cinnamon Life, but yeah. Sorry, T. What? You said you're pro-life?
I'm pro-life.
Why? Right?
Just gonna leave that out there, and obviously,
what cereal? Don't go on a weird
It's just an open dialogue. Anyone can take whatever stance
dialogue.
They want.
It's not an
kind
open
of just
dialogue.
An opportunity to have conversations, and in this day and age, it's so rare for people who disagree to sit down and talk to each other. So I just wanted to say that
I don't think you are. Even we can't do this right now.
So
we can get into it, Kevin. We have so much time.
I don't want to.
Okay.
Right?
The cereal that I like.
Spend my afternoon. Talk about
the cereal that I like that is despicable to others, but I will eat on the regular is plain Cheerios.
Oh!
I will have a bowl of plain Cheerios. I will even have the Trader Joe's spin-off plain Cheerios.
Oh my
God. The cardboard vaguely flavorless but low sugar cereal. I will eat it just out of pure health reasons, but it's not the worst.
I see. That's pretty nasty. How about you, Katie? Do you have one of these?
The least good cereal that I still like, I believe.
When you put it that way, it's a dumb question.
Wow. Oh, caught out on my own show.
I'm not a cereal guy, but
okay.
But I will eat oatmeal sometimes, or I'll try to.
I watched you attempt to eat some pretty bland oatmeal the other day, actually.
I didn't finish it.
No.
It was bad.
Do you add your own water? Are you doing the packets? Or are you like doing microwave on the stove? How are you making that stuff?
Yeah. So you do the fastest would be a packet with a kettle. But all that's in the packet is just like dried oats and brown sugar and whatever. So you can also just make that in advance if you care.
Yeah. I feel like you're a big syrup maker, right? At least
huge syrup maker.
Twice in my life, Katie's given me syrup as a gift, as like a present around the holidays. Sort of here's some syrup.
In your own little bottles? Do you make it in the basement like moonshine?
In the kitchen. So I'm not a big syrup maker, but I have done it a few times because my dad really likes a gingerbread latte.
Aunt Jemima
but he can't always find good gingerbread syrup for his latte. So
gingerbread syrup. Oh, you're making like latte, like specific flavors and stuff? That's fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I was just wondering
easy.
because I feel like you could use that with the oatmeal and you'd be like enhancing your oats. So
good idea, Kevin.
Thank you. Let's spin the wheel.
Well, wait, are we spinning the wheel or are we going to talk about the wager that I lost?
Oh, right.
White people!
Yeah, it's time. It's time to finally admit that I'm white. I'm not afraid to say it anymore.
Was that Kevin singing the word white people?
I don't think so. I would be pretty disturbed if that was his voice.
It's not me, but it is someone sort of saying the word white people.
I'm interested in that and also in what Thomas was saying. I'm interested in both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't have more info. Flip a coin and see which one we talk about.
We can't flip a coin. I don't know anything else about the sound effect.
Okay. Well, I'll just flip a coin and we'll see which one it is, and then.
Why? Well, then I have to research an old Vine.
Yeah, unfortunately it was Tails. That means we have to talk about the sound effect. So I would love to get into the wager I lost about 9 months ago, but the odds have spoken. Instead, we're going to talk about where Kevin sourced the white people sound effect.
Man, it was so long ago. White people sound effect. A popular meme sound effect for video editing. Is that what? No, it's an ad. Fuck. This is such shitty content.
Okay.
No.
I'll flip the coin again.
Please.
If it comes up again, tails again, we have to get to the bottom of this. There's no getting out of it. But I'm giving you one more double or nothing chance. We will talk about the other subject if it's heads.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even know where I got it from.
It was heads.
Oh,
okay.
God.
We're going to talk about Taylor Swift.
Yay.
Now, Katie's a fan of Taylor Swift, saw the Eras Tour.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
And was an awesome show, I've heard.
It was amazing. It was. Yeah. I mean, everybody knows what the Eras Tour is, I think.
Yeah.
And has probably seen at least a little bit of footage.
There's a film now. And even more pressing, Taylor's engaged. How do you feel about that, Katie?
In a parasocial way, I'm so excited. But it doesn't deeply impact me. But I did look at the pictures and I was like, aw.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's
so
cool.
I want to talk about our wager because I do have to admit, as you could probably tell, I did not prioritize this enough. It's been 9 months and I have not completed what I was supposed to do. But I feel that it's just, we've got to get into it as best we can. We're going to make the most of it. This is the Taylor Swift episode. I was supposed to listen to her entire discography and then create a presentation of some kind to discuss what I found. So the difficulty with this was I would have to listen and take notes as I went through And then as time passed and my music subscription expired, I don't have access to the last few albums. And I also can't really remember what my notes mean from the albums I did listen to. But I'm going to do my best.
I'm curious to know,
to explore this. And I'm not coming at it from a like, oh, Taylor Swift, but I genuinely wanted to try to engage with it and be honest about how I experienced it, and also maybe hear from someone who's a bigger fan who might have like a clearer sense of what the appeal of certain aspects of her discography are.
I also might ask for like clarification on like, what's the big song from this album that I might know or something as a lay person. Which will be helpful for our listeners, but also for me, because I don't know Jack Diddley about T Swift. So
I'm also, I don't know, where do I start? Do I go chronologically? Do I start with my bigger points? What would be most interesting here?
I think your bigger points where you felt you had something to say.
Yeah. So I think I have two kind of in the pro column. I was trying to figure out like what is Taylor Swift's like appeal? How is she the biggest artist in the world? Like what exactly is the X factor here? And I was trying to figure it out. And I have some positive theories and some negative theories. Some might call that a Hegelian dialectic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
In the positive column, I have heard, and I've consulted with people, this is also that like there is something deeply relatable about Taylor Swift, that she is unapologetically feminine, that she's almost embracing the basic label without like shame. It's like, I like this thing, I'm not embarrassed, whether it's, those stereotypes of like these romantic songs, or, I'm into pumpkin spice lattes, like the common example of this, but that she will say pseudo cringy things with sincerity that people actually think and experience, and she is not like trying to be too cool for it. She's just presenting it straightforwardly, and that for a lot of people that connects. So that's one theory I have. The other one is that her discography is like a show like Severance. So it is like a puzzle that you are trying to piece together of her life, which is deeply mysterious and cryptic. And she'll mete out these little clues and hints, and you'll be like, oh, is that connect to this era? Or is that actually about this person who she had a friendship with and a falling out? There's this kind of crossword puzzle deduction to the whole thing, which I think could be appealing and part of what really maintains loyalty. Obviously, in general, like she's a hit maker. She can make these popular songs that are instantly catchy. Pretty much every song has a couple songs on it that are kind of undeniably earworms, and that maybe consistency is part of her success. Now I'm going to flip it to the other side. These are some of my criticisms that I have observed. I do think she falls a little victim to like the emptiness issue of who the fuck is this person? What does she actually believe? Like, she's a vessel that we can maybe project ourselves into. But I found that especially in some of those early albums, the lyrics are so vague that they could describe almost nothing or almost anyone. Like in one, she says, I am pulling at my clothes. And I remember thinking, why didn't she name what she was wearing? But to make it like more universal.
That's fucking perverted, by the way. That's perverted. You want to know what she was wearing?
I'd love.
What's wrong with you?
Just have a sense of how she dressed on the night.
How dare you? Of all the things.
And then one other thing, and I will end after this next point. I do think in the dark Taylor Swift, and I could be wrong, but I do believe that there is a reading of her lyrics that presents her kind of as a female incel, that she has this victim complex in her narrative of everyone I've ever been with has wronged me, and I'm the hero. And I think that version of that black and white thinking sometimes be a little dangerous way to see yourself as like constantly being wronged by the people around you when you are this very successful billionaire, all of that stuff. So that's the part that gave me some pause. That's my overview of what I took away from the things that I heard. And I have lots of specific lyric notes and stuff I can scan through after. But curious thoughts so far.
Well, I wrote down female incel. I wanted to think about that. I want to think about that later. Which albums did you listen to?
So I listened from the beginning, the only on Walmart.com album Taylor Swift from 2006, all the way up to Folklore. And I fell off in the middle of Evermore, which was 2020. So I have not listened to Midnights or Tortured Poets Department.
Okay. It shows. Yeah, I can tell.
You didn't quite. I'm sad that the stretch was only two and a half albums long left that you didn't finish.
I know.
That's not that bad. Yeah.
I know. I really could have done it, couldn't I?
Yeah.
And yet, here I am. And I look, this is something I have to admit, like, I wasn't able to walk around and listen to the albums because they would blur together for me. I had to sit down and very consciously listen to each song individually to take them in. And I think, I don't know, it's a hard thing to binge and actually be able to pick up on the nuances for me.
Sure. I could see that being pretty reasonable. Yeah.
I agree. I agree with a lot of your assessments. I think probably somewhere between Folklore and Evermore, probably around Evermore is where she has this like notable jump in maturity. Like she's in her 30s now. She's bringing a little bit more like adult perspective. She's just a kid when she wrote the first few, right?
Yeah.
So I think you might find more accountability in the next few albums.
Okay. That's good to hear. You know, because at the beginning, her very first song is a tribute to Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
And I found that, like, I thought of Bob Dylan singing to Woody Guthrie in the hospital bed. And I was like, this is your Woody Guthrie is Tim McGraw. Aim a little higher than this, I think.
Yeah.
Tim McGraw.
She was in high school.
I know, I understand.
You mean famous actor Tim McGraw? Yeah.
I'll go through if it's okay. I mean, I don't know if it's. I could just monologue and it sort of feels like a waste of everyone's time. But I have so many notes.
What was your favorite song? I want to know what your favorite song was.
It's an interesting one. I think weirdly, and I'm trying to find where I wrote it. And remember the name.
Is Kim a Taylor Swift fan, by the way?
Kim likes... So anytime a Taylor Swift song comes on, Kim knows all the lyrics, like every single time. But she would not describe herself as a fan. I don't think she like hates her, but she's not like, oh, I'm a big fan. It's just like she knows the songs, they're good, but she's not seeing the shows. So an early song that I quite liked, maybe I would check anytime a song gave me a little goosebump or I felt like a little poignancy from it, I would make note of that. And on Fearless, I thought the song 15 was quite touching. He says, when you're 15, someone tells you they love you, you're going to believe them. And I thought that was kind of a sad little reflection on innocence so early. Again, she's still so young, but feeling like she's already been kind of disillusioned by love at this stage and thinking back to being 15 and what that was like. And then she says something very interesting in that song, which is, you'll do things greater than dating the boy on the football team. Now, we do need to talk about that arc.
So the Easter egg she placed in her own song as a teenager to like 17 years later or whatever, become engaged to a football man. Insane. The prophecy.
That is wow.
It's pretty fascinating.
A football man, indeed he is. Yeah.
One thing that she claims a lot in her songs that I didn't pick up in the lyrics themselves is that certain men find her very funny. And I'm not sure from maybe you've seen interviews. I don't know. My impression is probably that she is not a particularly funny person. She's a talented musician. I don't get a huge sense of humor from her, but she'll often say, "You don't laugh at my jokes like he did," or like what. There'll be like this element of like people really laughing at stuff she says that resonates for her a lot, I think.
I think she's very funny in a narrative sense. Like, she's very petty.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
And that's funny. But she sort of squarely falls into the, like, millennial white woman cringe type of cat humor sort of energy. Yeah, she's not a comedian.
Yeah. I noticed, again, there's so much here, so stop me whenever, but I'll just try to place things, and then you also can state more of your own personal relationships or views here, but I want to give a decent rundown since I did try to work hard on this at some point. So Just Another Picture to Burn is on her first album. To me, early in your life to have so many pictures to burn. You are a teenager. What?
A millennial teenager, by the way. Like,
what series of
like
heartbreaks
she's
have
our
you been
age,
through
right?
at this age?
Yeah, like I don't have a lot of photos, right? I don't have like a lot of.
Yeah.
Facebook became a thing when I was in high school. Like, you know, like what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget about metaphors, though.
Okay.
Right? Let's just not forget.
Yeah, metaphors are important.
I don't know what that is.
Couple more things from this first album. I did like Should Have Said No. I like her anger anthems. Those can be fun. I think that's where she shines the most, but it's also where it can sometimes lean into that incel-y quality at times. Some interesting, at the end of the first album, she gives an interview for Walmart.com, exclusively for Walmart.com.
Stop talking about Walmart.com.
So the album was only available on Walmart.com, the first album.
Right. I mean, you made that clear. I don't need to hear. The audience doesn't need to hear you say Walmart.com.
Okay.
30 times.
I like it.
So she claims that her best songs are written in 15 minutes. Yeah. She says that she wants other musicians to work hard, and yet she writes her best songs in 15 minutes. Now, this is an interesting thing. You can work hard in 15 minutes.
That's crazy.
It's incredibly fast. Yeah. Sometimes I think it shows. She says she has written 150 songs at this age. So she's a teenager, has already written 150 songs. She's got her first album. So prolific artist, like creating constantly, but also dipping her pen in the same well a lot, like all around the same basic subject, all largely about romance, breakups, heartbreak, revenge, covering, a pretty narrow set of interests, and yet just endless font of like this creativity.
Must have dated like crazy in high school.
Yeah. And the other thing I noticed in her early years,
assuming, I guess maybe she just could be knowing about it and writing about it fictitiously,
or imagining.
I just assumed that like at that age to want to have such a deep well of heartbreak and like romance and content stories to draw from, you must have at least been been crushing on boys quite significantly, if nothing else, I guess, which is not the same thing as dating a lot. But yeah.
Sure. Now, I'm not as familiar with those first 2 or 3 albums, but I will say that a lot of people, like, because this is the Taylor Swift criticism, right? She's like, boys, boys, boys. But a lot of these songs, you can also interpret to be about, like, her parents or about authority figures in her life or friends, or, like, we're assuming it's dating because of, like, general misogyny, but there are other meanings if you listen.
Is she? Was she religious?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
there's some explicit references to God in that first
she could
album.
Be. So, like that's the other thing about a lot of love songs; they can also be about God. Like, Christians.
These are not about God, though. These are definitely. She's not sitting in God's car pulling at her clothes. Like that's not happening.
You don't know that.
I do think, though, Fearless is like a pretty good album. Like, it stood out to me. Love Story was probably the one song I knew the most before going into this whole thing. I still like Love Story. It is a funny track skip from Love Story where she's talking about Romeo to Hey Stephen, where she's talking about someone with a less romantic... I guess you're dating someone named Steven, so maybe I shouldn't say that. But it was in my notes. Anyway, it was a funny position from Romeo to Steven, as though, like, what happened to the guy in the last song?
That is very funny.
There's also,
like
I think,
Casanova to Bill. Like, yeah.
The thing that can bug me about her music is the playing low status, like playing the outsider, like you're the cheer captain, I'm on the bleachers thing. I feel like she has a chip on her shoulder despite the unbelievable success that she has had. And I know
she
says, like, I would have had it. I would have been easier if I was a man, but at the same time, it's like you have ascended higher than almost any person in history. So there's,
but not when she wrote those. You can't compare her current success to her growing phases.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I wonder, she had these relationships with musicians and people that could position her to get these albums at such a young age, whether it might have been a little overblown, the positioning herself as an underdog in the early years. Let me see. Probably the reason I'm mad is song 10 on Fearless, where she talks about a nice guy, and you think, oh, she's found a nice guy. And then the turn in the song is that he's fucking boring. And actually, there's another guy who makes out in the rain, and there's lots of drama, and that's better. And I, of course, felt deeply slighted by this song as a pathetic beta nice guy with deep... hateful beliefs underneath the facade that I could be so called out.
Right. You've used the word incel a whole bunch in here, and I wonder if there's maybe a projection thing going on.
We see what we want to see in these songs, after all.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now, you mentioned assuming all the songs are about dating when they're not. There's a song called The Best Day, where for a second, it's about love, and then she mentions that she's 5 years old, and I got really nervous, and then I realized it was about her mom. So I did assume that there was a song about dating at 5 for a second, and then I realized, no, this one is about her mom. So that was my bad.
What do you mean?
Let's see. In Speak Now...
Hey Josh, do you like drinks?
Hey Rob, I love drinks.
Oh my gosh, would you like having a good time?
I love having a good time.
Then dude, you gotta check out Poppin' Bottles!
What? A comedic podcast about our favorite beverages?
Absolutely. Every week we have a guest on where they talk about their favorite beverage. And then we do a whole bunch of segments. You like segments, right?
Oh, if I'm not eating an orange by segments, then I'm not enjoying it.
What about games? You like dumb games?
I love the dumber the game, the more I enjoy it.
Then you gotta check out Poppin' Bottles, available wherever you find podcasts.
Why didn't they edit out when he says, I love the dumber the game, the better it is? Why?
Yeah, why would people continue to use a really flawed ad for their podcast years after? Why would that be something someone might have done? I don't know.
Hard to relate to.
I can't help but think that this has completely hijacked the episode, and it's going to take a lot longer to even get through like the rest of my notes. So I don't know what to do.
Stop talking about your notes. What else do you have?
But it wasn't the whole point that I did all this shit. I mean, why did I do it?
Caity has a segment. We haven't even done Caity's segment.
I know. I feel like I fucked up in every way.
This isn't what atonement looks like. You come on the show unprepared.
I have to do the segment at some point. What are we going to do?
Thomas, you have to finish listening to the rest of the albums now.
Okay. I'll come back and not be able to talk about those.
You're so unprepared for this conversation.
I'm not unprepared. I'm too prepared.
Yeah, that's the same fucking thing. It's not. The episode we've been recording for 40 minutes.
This is the Taylor Swift episode. Everyone's gonna love this one. I'm sure her fans will be thrilled with my take.
Yeah.
Can I say 3 more points and then we'll do Katie's segment?
5. Yeah.
What 3 more points.
Man? What do you fucking got, dude?
So in Better Than Revenge, she says that this other person is better known for things she did on the mattress. And it feels like a little slut-shamey to me, that line. But then earlier in the album, Taylor Swift talks about breaking up a marriage, coming like to the wedding ceremony and ending the marriage so she can be with the guy. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't like this like infighting, like bad women, good women dichotomy that sometimes comes up in these songs. It's like, are you flawed, or are these women like, oh, they're just like there for sex and you're actually there for love and you're pure and they're not? I don't know.
So she changed that lyric when she did her re-record. The better known for the things she did on the mattress. So when her music was stolen, like this is the whole thing, but she re-recorded these albums. Yeah. And there were a few changes she made, and that was one of them. Lyrically, not a lot of changes, but she decided that was she had matured past using that as an insult, and she changed it.
Nice.
But
okay, great.
A lot of people love that lyric, and they were sad to lose the slut shaming version.
Yeah.
There's like homophobic Taylor, there's slut shaming Taylor. There's a few different.
There is a line about calling someone gay that I wrote down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell everyone you're gay. That's in another picture to burn.
Yeah.
Okay. The one other thing. Now I spoke about the vague lyrics, and this will be the last point I make because this is in Red, which actually I thought Red was pretty good. Liked Red. I wrote I like it more in my notes. But in All Too Well, classic song. I mean, this is a very important song, I think, in her discography. But the vagueness. So the lyrics I wrote down: wind in my hair, I was there, it was rare, I was there, I remember it all too well. Do you remember it at all? That is so non-specific. I was there. It was rare. Wind in my hair. Were you there? Do you remember anything about this?
No, Thomas, you just don't get it.
I might not.
No.
You see, Thomas, you've never been there with the wind in your hair because you know why? Because it's rare. Because it's rare to be there with the wind in your hair. Yeah. And if you understood that, you'd understood what Tay-Tay is up to.
For that song at the Eras Tour, she does the 10-minute version. So the All Too Well 10-minute version, which also has a short film, which is pretty good.
What the fuck? This is an important song in her discography. Yo, I don't think I've ever heard this song.
It's the Jake Gyllenhaal song, right?
It's about Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Famously,
but it's also about the changing seasons, and when you're on the floor in the concert, they like explode like confetti, but it's like leaves, and then later it explodes like it's like snow, and it was actually so magical and rare. And I was there, and I remember it.
You were there
all too well.
Yeah, and I have to assume the fans were sort of blowing in a way in which there was, I guess, wind in your hair.
Yeah.
Oh, so much. Yeah. I'm gonna send you a video.
Wonderful.
Jake Gyllenhaal, of course, famously in Brokeback Mountain, an early gay cinema classic, so another instance of homophobia to reject him so publicly.
Yeah.
Right.
Perhaps?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, you think that's homophobic, Taylor, for her to reject Jake Gyllenhaal, who I think was famously sort of not nice to her in the relationship. I think.
Well, obviously that's the version in her music, but I don't know. I wasn't there.
Red Thomas's version is Taylor hates gay people. Yeah, you were wondering why it was called red and not why it wasn't called red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, blue, violet.
Yeah, exactly. That's beautiful. The whole rainbow's there. I'm sorry. This was obviously not my intention. I don't think it's my fault. I think I did fine, actually, but it's too much, and so we'll have to get back to it next episode.
I couldn't have possibly assumed you would have taken up so much time.
I feel like I barely got into it at all.
No, he's very...
This is the first episode we've talked about anything.
But because you haven't properly prepared, you haven't boiled down your stuff into thesis statements. You didn't! You didn't even finish listening to all the albums!
I prepared so thoroughly.
And not to mention, I multiple times was like, you should listen to Taylor's version. And you were like, I'm not going to do that.
I did listen to Taylor's version once you said that.
Oh, did you change your tune?
I swapped to the Taylor's version, which actually set me back. So I had to do the longer albums with more tracks. Anyway, let's do this segment and let's get this episode done.
No, Thomas, you would like the Tortured Poets Department. I think that would be your album.
I'll check that one out.
36 songs or something.
Oh my God.
What the hell? Why?
There's
36. You can't do that. I don't think you can do that anymore. I think that was allowed only when CDs were around and vinyls. You don't get to have 36 songs on an album anymore.
It's a double album.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it is. Anyway, what's your segment, Kaity?
Last year. We don't have time, you guys. We don't have time for my segment.
We can.
No, this is good. We can work with this.
Here's a legitimate idea, Thomas.
Yeah.
We need another episode. We're fucked, right? We could make this a two-parter and just run it for like an extra 45.
I have to go to Kim's house to eat dinner with her brother at 5 p.m.
Well, that's not possible then, right? We can't do that.
Simply not possible to do this. But we could split this episode up into two anyway because it's so dense with content.
Now they're going to get... The episode's now going to end after the fucking ad break that I gave them. And then they're going to not understand why it's over until next week. They're going to hear this shit and this is what's going to contextualize why the episode is over? That's the plan? After I cut you off in the middle of your fucking Taylor Swift, they're going to do that. And then a week later, they're going to tune back in to hear you start up again about fucking, what was it?
I'm going to have to explain it to fucking Dave Morris on Wednesday.
Take up the entirety of that episode with this bullshit too.
Okay, well, look, this obviously was a... new low for the show. I don't know what to say.
Guys, I didn't need to be here for this.
No.
What did you do? Why did you do this?
This was a death by 1,000 cuts, wasn't it, in some ways? One of her songs.
There we go. I liked it, Thomas. Don't let Kevin make you feel bad.
Thanks, Kaity. I guess right now I feel like an old cardigan under someone's bed. I feel like it's so fucking discarded.
It's getting really good now. Keep going.
We need to have Kaity back now because we wasted
Kevin,
the entire episode.
Wait,
what?
Hang on.
What?
What? If I'm dead, why? If I'm dead to you, why are you at the wake?
Yes,
my brother.
I'm not. Shut up, right? Don't do that. You can't behave this way on the show. What is this episode now? I don't know how. I have to fucking put a title on this. I have to fucking write a description for this. I have to put fucking timestamps on this episode that say, this is what happens when. What happened when? At like 12 minutes in, you're on this.
London boy, it sort of seems like she's talking about a British guy, and I wonder